My name is Adebisi Oderinde. I head the Enterprise Customer Experience Unit at Airtel. As a child, I'd always admired my father, who was a banker. And I knew I wanted to be in structured work. I wanted to do something that, a 9 to 5. Upon graduation, I started business with my mom. My mom used to sell fabrics at the time, so I started selling fabrics. And I mean, I did well. I was hugely successful as a young child, but I knew that wasn't what I wanted to do. So I started searching for a job, and there came this opportunity at the time in telco. Then the telecoms had relatively just started, and I got an opportunity, I interviewed, and I was successful. I started in the front role as a customer service executive, and months into what I was doing, I loved my job. I just loved the idea of finding solutions to people's concerns and challenges. I moved from the front desk to the back office, at which point I was in charge of conceptualizing strategy for the front office. So I was tasked with ensuring set standards in comparison with worldwide standards for the front office. And I did that for a few years, and then I went back to the front office. I just love my customers. So I went back to the front office, and this time around I was in charge of a region, and I had a couple of contact centers under my care. So I ensured profitability as well as ensuring excellent service to our customers. I left that role in 2017 and then went to something I would call the beginning of my customer experience journey. And that was when I was responsible for the top 2% customers in my organization. And that 2% actually gave us a chunk of our revenue. So I was in charge of their experience there from the point where they joined the network up until the point where they never have to leave. I did that for 4 years, and I enjoyed it up until 2021, when I now moved to another experience unit, but this time around in charge of corporates. And that's what I do till now. I'm in charge of the customer experience unit for our enterprise business. Simply put, customer service is a reactive way of managing customers, while customer experience is actually the proactive way. So customer experience is actually the entire end-to-end journey of a customer in a business or in an organization, from the point where they find your service, the ease of finding your service, the ease of using your service or products, the ease of getting in touch with help when they need it, and the difficulty to leave. Customer service is part of the experience of a customer. In the new world, customer experience has to be tailored towards the digital space. Hence, it becomes necessary for all communication channels to be open and available to customers, both virtually and physically. When I say virtually, all social media platforms, for example, must be open and available to customers, and contact centers and call centers, there's one-on-one interactions as well as over the phone must also be available. If there's something I always say as a customer experience person, you must have a can-do spirit, and that's a spirit where you look at things as impossible is nothing. You must be able to help your customer. You must be able to resolve issues. You must be a solution center for a customer. As a career woman, my biggest obstacles would be that belief that women should be silent. Women should listen and not speak. So it's a stereotype, and it still applies. Another obstacle would be disregarding your knowledge and assuming that your career growth is as a result of who you know rather than what you know. And I mean, that's completely out of it for me. So in order to just put the record straight about the assumptions that people may have about your career growth, I ensure I stay prepared and on my toes, and I put my best foot forward at all times, particularly when I have meetings with people who may have those kind of misconceptions, because they are misconceptions, and I just want to clear them. So I ensure I remain on top of my game, on my job, and with my team. Combining and finding the right balance between work and family is always a challenge as a career woman, and I've had my fair share of issues around that. So for work and family, what I have resorted to doing is finding a right balance by managing my time better with work and with my family. I'll give an example. My son's bedtime, I don't joke with it. I ensure that I'm right by his side to put him to sleep. Even though sometimes I find that I have to respond to an email or have some form of work emergencies at that time, but I try as much as possible to ensure that I'm there for him at the times he needs me, and I put those balances in check. We are in business because of our customers, and we must treat them like they're king. Is the customer always right? Not in all cases. However, our processes are such that a customer would always feel welcome and their opinions welcome as well. Not shutting them up, not shutting them down, but explaining to them in a professional yet warm way. I mean, I have a lot of interesting experiences and highlights in my career, but one thing that sticks out for me would be a time my team and I won a competition, and it was an OPCO-wide competition amongst operating countries in Africa, and we won this competition as a team. And one of the feedback I got from my team members at the time was that their contribution, because it was individual contributions that added up to us winning as a team. And the feedback was that their individual contributions was as a result of some things I had taught them, and my things I had coached them on in the past. I mean, that was a great highlight for me, because it wasn't just us winning, but it was us winning as a result of working as a team. So if I wasn't doing customer service, I bet I'll be doing customer service. And I just like the fact that I act as a solutions provider for my customer. I love the confusion at first, and then when we intervene, I like the fact that they always leave delighted, happy, and I just see myself in that space where even if I was in sales and marketing, I would still be a solutions provider to my customers. But that said, if I wasn't in customer experience, I would probably be an actress. A candle loses nothing by lighting another. In the same vein, we rise by lifting others. So be kind.